Opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso. Brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton. Specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And now, here's today's Boca Soul.
Good afternoon and welcome to Boca Soul Radio. We want to thank Health and Wealth Radio Station for having us here. Today I'm going to be interviewing Calypso. I'm Ariella. And we're so excited because we have so many fun topics that we've been wanting to cover for a while now. But last week Calypso had to have a relaxing day on her own to enjoy the Florida sunshine. And now she's back and recharged and ready to talk to us.
I am back.
We're so happy to have you back.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed Stefan here, but we have so many things that Stefan talked about that actually we need to hear from you, about the pet psychic topic and all that. But also, if anybody wants to chime in and talk to us, give us a call, 1-888-565-1470. We'd love to have your input. And Calypso is here today, so she is your guide. She can help us talk about anything. We have a few topics we want to cover, so if you have any questions and if you feel uncomfortable calling, then log on to our website, bocasoulcenter.com, and you can ask us a question through there, and we will get your question answered. So today we have a variety of topics, but Calypso wanted to start by telling us about animal totems and how they affect our lives and what we can do with them.
Well, first of all, you remember that we are trying to bring everybody close to nature. This is my goal, one of our goals, right? So I was thinking for the last 2 weeks, I'm thinking about the lion. And I can't get the lion out of my mind. And then I'm trying to see how the lion look like. Lion is in action, really in action when he needs, right? When he's hungry and he wants to eat, he will like, "Arr," and he will just jump and will eat. Okay, no description, I was doing it. But when he's done, he's just relaxing, right? What we do here is that we, excuse me, so what we do as human, we always like, "Arr," like we always up to something, like in the middle of the night, you're waking up like, "Arr, what's going on? I heard noise." So I thought that we should connect to the lion, to the spirit of the lion and to its energy, and begin to be the strong, powerful animal that you are inside actually. So maybe you want to read for us a little bit about, just a few words about his qualities.
Okay. I know that the lion is a very assertive animal. It was shown that the lion has a lot of struggles in his life. He deals with a lot of anger issues, and he has to learn how to work out the anger and become something great.
Well, this is one of the things that they're saying. The other thing is there are more to it. Courage, like he's very courageous, yes. And he is the king of all the animals. What do you think about that?
Yes.
This is wonderful. Now, I believe that we all kings. Remember we said that we're all intuitive, we all can do it? And in our class, the first class that we had last week, I said that we are all leaders. So we all can do everything that we want. We all kind of leaders. And I brought the word in Hebrew, which is manhig. And manhig is somebody that is driving, like it's the same root from like driving the car, right? You're in control most of the time. But, you are the one that is driving your own life. And then if you drive your own life properly, you can drive somebody else's life properly. Now, actually, when we were talking about being leader, I read about the president of Uruguay. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. but I heard that he's giving like the most amazing example all over the world, because he refused to go and live in the palace. Most of his money is going for donations, in his wife working, and is going in simple car, is not like show off, like trying to show himself. And he's just saying, that most of Uruguayan are very, they're poor. So, okay. So this is very important thing. Like, we all have to be more and like, not being show off, not trying to show, and trying to be more strong inside, leader and king or queen, doesn't matter, but not in a manner of like, oh well, I'm the queen or I'm the king, but well, I am one king, I'm one queen, and we are all king and queens, and we all leaders. Each one of us has its own place in the world. Okay, each one of us has its own special power and quality. Makes sense to you?
Yes. And I think what this article is talking about, it's saying that the lion has a lot of anger and fierceness within him, and a lot of people can be considered very angry, temperamental people. And I think what you're saying is that with your a lot of your characteristics, you can, or you would consider negative characteristics, you can use them to become an authority figure and be a leader.
Well, anger is usually something that grows up from frustration. That's what it is. It's frustration that grow up, and you don't know what to do with this energy, and then you feel angry.
You feel like you need to do something with it.
You
It's
need
like,
to do something. Like, okay, today I'm very excited to come to the radio and talk in front of people. This is my dream become true. But there is some anxiety about it, and I was like feeling this energy is building. I'm like, oh my God, I can't tolerate it anymore. And then I decide to walk. And I walk in nature, which, Boca Raton is just so beautiful. Wherever you just step your foot out is nature. You see birds and ducks and stuff. And it really helped me. So when you feel upset, when you feel angry, what you do? You take it on somebody else. You take it on yourself. You go to the gym and work it out. You talk yourself out. There are so many ways to work anger out.
And you completely just read my mind there. I was actually going to ask you what the difference would be between going in nature and maybe going to the gym. I mean, I feel that there's a difference between getting a lot of energy out indoors as opposed to outdoors. I know that going to the gym is very healthy, but I feel that in nature you would get more of a benefit.
Well, I mean, both ways. I mean, you do some exercise. Okay, you walk. Wherever you walk, outside on the gym, you get your heart pump, your muscles are moving, and it's good. But in nature, you absorb different energy that come and help you with your spirituality, with your cells, because we are connected to the nature as well.
Right.
We are connected to all these animals, and nature is helping us. Like, we have this lavendery as usual, and it's not looking so good, sadly enough. But it's something that the flowers can relax you, right? You have chamomile. You have, even when you eat certain foods, it relaxes you, right? And
you can't stop and smell the roses at the gym.
Exactly. I'm not again going against gyms.
No,
Gym
no.
is one thing, but I'm saying that if you can and go out in nature and enjoy another layer of exercising, another layer of doing something. Like, we were working there, and Stefan was saying, wow, you can bring your family, because my family is coming from Israel in less than 2 weeks, and then and bring them to this grass and just set them there.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they come from Israel. So they have nature, but it's more limited in a way, because there are a lot of houses and small country.
Yeah.
Although there are a lot of beautiful places, but they don't have so much water. I just show them in the pictures the water from my building, and they're like, oh my God, you just from the window you could see one river and one lake and one swimming pool.
Right.
So I think you have a point. Think how to balance your life. Think how to make different things. Okay, gym is good, but be in nature. You have ocean here. You're beautiful. I don't know, Stefan said how many parks, I can't remember. So many parks we have here. Go and enjoy them.
Yeah, and I really like talking about the energy. I mean, just the fresh air and the trees and the smells and the animals, and and then you get to see the animal signs walking around, all the different. We were outside the other day and we're always seeing birds, and then we look up what the meaning is, and it just resonates with us.
Yeah. I just want to say something because one of the, I'm trying to choose crystal and trees or plants and animal for each week, right? So I chose a oak tree. So maybe you can tell them the special powers of the oak tree.
Right, and we wanted to pick a tree that correlated with the animal totem, the lion that we chose. And without even looking it up, we were trying to think what would be a strong tree to represent the lion. And the first thing we thought of was the oak tree. And sure enough, the oak tree is the mightiest of trees and symbolizes strength and courage. The ancient Romans thought oak trees attracted lightning and thereby connected the oak tree to the sky god, Jupiter, and his wife. The oak tree, it's hundreds of years old. It grows huge, tons of feet in the air, and it's representing strength and wisdom because it's seen so much of the world and it's been here for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, this is what I come from. If it went, how many lifetimes he saw. He saw so many lifetimes, he saw many storms, he saw many drought and all kind of events, and he's still strong. And I always want to bring whatever we talk to past lifetime because I think it's very important. So we are resilient too. We went through so many lifetimes. I mean, besides that, we have eternity, and who knows when we start, and we never end. But we went in this planet through so many lifetimes. We saw so much, and we're still standing. And we are mostly insane, with sanity, not insane. Mostly with sanity. Sorry, people. So it's kind of very important for us to understand that we're strong. We saw a lot. The tree, you don't see the tree is tendron because, past lifetime, he doesn't feel, oh my God, my throat because somebody killed me past lifetime or cut my branch, He doesn't think, I am traumatized because lightning got me in past lifetime. It just keep going and it keep growing, and we have to learn something about it, share all the things. It's oak tree, is this kind of thing that loses his leaves in winter. I'm not sure. We can get our knowing hole, Stefan, But I think that this is something that we bring this kind of tree to show you that you're stronger than you think, and you just need to let it go.
It's like the longer the tree is here, the thicker it becomes, which is like how we can use each experience that comes to us to make us bigger and stronger.
Bigger and stronger, and let go of whatever we don't need.
So we're going to go ahead with our first commercial break, and we want to invite callers during that commercial break to call in, and if they have any input on the tree we chose, on the animal totem, please share. Tell us what you want, anything. Call us 1-888-565-1470 or log on to bocasoulcenter.com, and you can share your questions there. Thank you.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108 Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with Stateland Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
Welcome back to Boca Soul Radio. You are here with Calypso. She is sharing all of her knowledge with us. We want to invite you to call us. You can also reach us on Twitter at Boca Soul Show. You can ask us any questions and we will be happy to answer them. You can give us a call, 1-888-565-1470. And if you are interested in getting a past life reading or coming to any one of Calypso's classes, at our center, the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, you can give us a call at 561-808-9108. We started last week a class every Wednesday at 7 p.m. where Calypso will be sharing a lot of her advice and wisdom, kind of like what she does on the radio, but in a more personal atmosphere, and we're meeting people and networking with people all throughout the area. They're coming in. We even had, we were filming the course the other day, and it was really nice to learn. I learned a lot from Calypso, and I'm always learning from her, actually. But we wanted to touch a little bit on the radio show aspect. We wanted to share with you why Calypso is not going to be doing readings on the show as of now, because she is very clear with her readings, but it does get a little different on the show. Can you explain that a little bit, please?
Well, the thing about the reading that I found out is this. There is a process how I do it. It's a very serious thing for me, and I'm like going from one stage to another. I know that I'm a good psychic. I know that I have strong intuition, but in our radio show, I'm not trying to prove that I'm psychic. I'm trying to teach. I'm more teacher than anything else. I want to teach people about all kind of spiritual things. I want to teach them about themselves, and I want to teach them how to improve their life. And for me to try to connect with a person, I have very short time. Obviously, it's like I'm in a radio, and try to connect and be accurate and be fair to this person. It doesn't look to me like I can do it, because I can maybe give one right answer, but it's a process, You
have to kind of go within and like meditate a little bit, and
it's not even this. It's a process. Like, okay, so I'm work with a person. I come and I say one thing, and then the person answer, and then I'm kind of building up a case. I'm like talking about the issue that I want to address, or I feel like I need to address, and the person is answering. And it's like a process. I think more than all, it's a process. I'm not just throwing to a person, oh, well, you will win the lottery tomorrow. And I'm not saying whomever saying it, and there are many accurate psychic that this are the way, or spiritual people. For me, it's more the teaching part, the taking the information that they can take from a person and then use it to help them to understand themselves. So I can be with a client, and I found, they can have lawsuit, or they have issue with a partner, or they feel like always things happen to them. And I first check what the past lifetime. I check what is going on there, and what the thread. And I always say it as what is happening in this lifetime is just the point of the thread, and then we start pulling different lifetimes and events that happen to this person. And then I see what the problem, and then I kind of begin to build up program. how to fix it. So if I'm just going, somebody will call me in 2 seconds and say, oh, blah, 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 you know, like this and that, and then what? It doesn't feel right to me. This is not my way. And I know when I work with people that I know what I know. So for me, it's more like I want to educate people. But if you have any question about past lifetime, connecting to a relationship, or
Animal
something,
totems and
oh yes, or you know, like different things like this, I can happily answer. And I feel like this is like I'm doing it my way. The way that is, I'm not feeling like I'm cheating.
right, because when they ask you one question and you can only answer them within a minute, it's not fair to either of you. You want to give them the best information that they can get, because if it's not clear, then they can take your advice and it won't work fully, and it just
Right.
won't be good.
It just reminds me, doctor. Okay, you meet a doctor and you say, and I know many people when they meet me out, they say, can you tell me something about me? You know, like you're psychic, right? So why can you like in the store, anywhere, tell me something? And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But you will not go to doctor and say, can you diagnose, tell me what happened with my colon, you know, my liver? Like, it's a process, right? Mm-hmm. So this is, for me, it's serious.
Right. So I want to go back. We were talking about animal totems and how they can we can use them to help us figure out our problems or become aware of our problems. Now, after we see these things brought to our attention, we need to figure out how to clear them, and there are tools that we can use this for. I personally, and I know you love to work with crystals.
Yay! Here I have, I don't know if you can, Freddie can
So
see
if you're
them.
watching us live,
All our crystals that came with us today.
if you're watching us live, which you can do at bocasoulcenter.com, that's our website. You can log on and see our past shows, our current shows, our live shows. We have a few crystals right here in front of us. We have also what we love to use, especially before the show, is our lavender essential oil. It's for calm energy. We like to put it on our throat chakra. I know it's purple, so we really should be using blue, but it works regardless. We have our own nature. We're in this room of the radio station, but we still like to bring our nature with us. And then we have our...
I just want to say that we keep being very good. We don't bring our elephant to the show, you know, because they asked me not to bring big animals.
Oh, so, right, but we have
So-
a miniature elephant.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think it's an elephant, a labradorite
It's something.
creature. And this is quartz, which is going to amplify all of our other crystals even more. And then we have amazonite, which we're...
No, this is the rose.
Oh, this is the rose quartz.
quartz.
Okay, well then we did not bring an amazonite.
No, we just have the explanation.
Okay.
Sorry, we didn't bring
Okay.
it with us, but
So-
we can explain about it.
In order to enhance to become a leader, we have chosen amazonite, which is more of a mint green aqua crystal. And it says that this stone can help you find your truth, honor, communication, integrity, and trust. It is said to enhance intuition, psychic powers, creativity, intellect, and psychic ability. Amazonite is often associated with the throat chakra, and it helps with stress and self-defeating behaviors by calming and building self-esteem. And this is very interesting. As I'm reading this, Calypso and I were talking about maybe a crystal that I could use, and I'm thinking that this one maybe is the one for me, because these are things that I definitely need to work on, and that's exactly how that happens.
Yeah. You can put it on your throat, the paper.
Yeah. That might help.
Because I want just to say the picture is capture the energy of things.
That's
That's
true.
why I always say, you know, put pictures that are nice and peaceful and uplifting and not something depressing, because actually when I start doing the psychic reading, I use to touch a picture to get the energy. Mm-hmm. So there's energy.
And what can you do if you have the actual crystal with you? I mean, what would you do? It's a tool, so how can you use it?
Well, you can use it in many ways, and people have different ways. I can tell you what is my way. Usually I create jewelry, and everybody can see my jewelry. I always take, you know, like things that are crystals that I need around me, and I create jewelry. You can create jewelry. You can just take it and put it in your purse or on your table. These ones are on my table, usually on my dining room table. So, like you can do different things. You can put it in your garden or in your bedroom, anywhere. But I support so much crystal. I think they are allies. They have, each one of them has its own power and its own benefit for us, and they want to work with us. So.
And what would you say, like, what is the difference? Why would it be more important for me to wear crystal than just like a bracelet with beads on it?
Well, bracelet with beads will be just for beauty, which is wonderful, and I support. I'm very jewelry-oriented person, but the crystal has its energy that will work with you to bring whatever is it that you want. Obviously, this one will bring you psychic power and relax you and etc. This one, this is a tourmaline, right? Will protect you. So it has a kind of energy, power to clear energy around you. And we all kind of attacked by energies here. Like we all have so much energy around us, so many entities and so many things, and so much negative energy from all of us because we all shed. Like we know that people shed skin in the bed. There's advertising now that goes in my brain about the bed. You have to shed. After
90% of the dust in your house is all dead skin.
Dead skin and all that, and so we shed energy. Like when I go to stores, I actually suffer because I go to one aisle. I'm like, oh, my stomach is hurting. Oh my God, I feel so sick. Because in America especially, nobody is building anything using energy like in Japan, for example. They're just, whatever. They're building it as small as possible so you can get much more people and money. And it's actually hard because the energy, you shed the energy and the energy gets stuck. When I go to doctor appointment, I'm like, oh my God, this small room, I can feel all this pain and sorrow and fear.
Right.
It's very hard.
And that's why we like to sage a lot. We every day will go in and sage the office.
Yeah.
So we can clear all the...
center.
I'm sorry. It is not an office because office is not usually termed as a place of fun, but we have fun at our center.
Yeah. I just want to say something to remind, and next week we'll do it still on Sunday, right? Because our show will be on Sunday because it's 4th of July, but the week after, we'll do it on Friday.
Correct. We will start doing our show on Friday at 2 p.m. We're moving it so, we can attract an even larger audience and help more people.
Yes, because this is a day where everybody's driving somewhere and listening, and you all need to listen. Now, what I found out, and we talked about it, is that whenever you turn the radio on and you listen, doesn't matter, not only to my show, but obviously to anything, is because you need to hear this. And I found out that many people already got feedback. They say, wow, my God, I turned the radio and I heard you and I knew that I need to meet you. And the thing about it, it's not about meet me, but they want this information. They want this change. They want to transform. So if you're listening to us now, it's meant that you need to hear what I have to say.
Exactly. Exactly. And there's a lot of ways that we can be led to certain messages, like if an animal crosses our path and we can look up what it represents. There's another way that we can, manually go out and get our message from, and that is something that we often like to do, is pull from the deck of cards. And it's not necessarily, some people like to use tarot, but we've been using these Kabbalah cards with there's 3 Hebrew letters on them, and then a little piece of like a paragraph of information what those 3 letters represent, and then we like to meditate on them. So can you explain those cards, please, to us?
Well, I didn't work the whole explanation here, but most is this: it's a chapter and the Bible and the first 5 books. And I'm sorry, I didn't prepare myself to this, but I will explain. And they put the whole chapter in 3 rows, and then they choose the letters going down, like the first letter of each word goes down, and that's how they created the 72 names. And each one of them carry very strong, powerful energy. that can help us with something. So like we started doing meditation with them in the center. And we just go into very deep meditation and very powerful. The other thing that we're going to do that we want to mention is that from a week from now, not this Monday, we're going to start to have a class for meditation. And this class will be Ariella and myself working. She is a master of meditation, and I will bring a new technique that called Infinity Walk that we found was amazing. Just amazing. It's just like, you know, you can do your exercise actually walking around, but what you do, you help your two sides of your brain to connect while you're saying mantra. And we want, you know, we start bringing more and more stuff to our center. So
what we love to do before meditation is use that deck of cards. We will each go around and pick a card from the deck and read it, and there is always a specific message from that card that is towards pointed towards the person that chooses the card. It is so amazing. Actually, a week ago, we had a very special card pulled, and Calypso decided to get the 3 letters tattooed on her arms. They represented protection, and now we feel very protected. Calypso is saying that she feels so strong and safe now, and you can tell that her energy has changed a little bit. She's definitely got a little more, like, just
color.
Yes.
Well, I don't
she's
know
wearing
if
more
they can
color.
see, but I think hopefully you can see this. And for a long time, I was thinking about tattooing something with a meaning. It's always spiritual. It's always need to be some protection or energy thing. And I didn't know. And then when we did it, it was funny because you picked up the card, but you said that it doesn't tell you anything. And I say, well, it's probably all for the center or for myself. And then when I was in a meditation, I kept saying it. And it was not my card, but I kept saying it. And
You were seeing the 3 letters.
the 3 letters, and then I was asking, you know, like I connect, obviously, with my guides, and I say, what does it mean? And they say, this is your new tattoo thing. You have to put it on yourself and your both hands. And I was like, if you remember the next thing when we were done,
As
we
soon
went
as
already.
she finished, she said, I'm going to get a tattoo. And within the hour, we were at a tattoo shop, researching all of our different tattoo artists, and then within the next 24 hours, she's getting a tattoo.
And now, I'm not making, I'm not advertising tattoo, right? Okay, people, this is personal. For me, I have only these 2 tattoos, the Merkava thing and this. And I did it because I wanted it, and I felt that this is something for me. I'm just saying that maybe if you feel that one letter, one word or another work for you, keep it. Keep this, write it down. You don't have to buy the cards, but write it down and go with it through the day, through the week, until you feel like you want to change to another. Maybe you want to change every day, but it's very important for us to connect to a higher power. It's important for us to be protected as well.
And I think when you pick those cards, you'll feel if they resonate with you, because like you said earlier, I saw that card and I said, nope, I think I picked the wrong card.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you know, I picked one and I said, wow, this is it. This is the one. So, you know, sometimes it just really sends you an amazing message, and it's cool that you can just go to a deck of cards to find answers.
Right. It's very interesting because I usually wear dark. You know, like you said, you always, everything is black.
She's such a bright person.
And a
then
bright
she's
person
wearing
that like
black.
colors. And immediately after I did this, I felt like I just don't think about it. I just, whenever I go to my closet, I feel attracted to this color. So this is kind of like made different for me. But again, you can do jewelry with the letter that you like. You can do all kind of things.
Right, just so it doesn't have to be as permanent.
Yeah, no, this is me. This is my thing,
So we are going to go on another commercial break, and we want to once again invite people to call in 1-888-565-1470. We know you're listening, and we know you have questions. Please, and if, like I said, you feel uncomfortable talking on air, log on to our website, Boca Soul Center. You can write comments. You can read about Calypso's past and how she came here to this point in time to help everyone. And yeah, so we'll be right back, and we're awaiting callers.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with State Land Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
And welcome back. This is Boca Soul Radio on Health and Wellness Radio Station. We are talking to Calypso about anything and everything spiritual. Hoping to hear from some callers today. You can call in 1-888-565-1470. And if you're interested in booking an appointment with Calypso and witnessing a miracle take place, give our center a call, 561-808-9108. Again, that's 561-808-9108. And you can also reach us at the bocasoulshow@gmail.com. And if you would like to log on to Twitter, you can find us at Boca Soul Show and comment. And now we would like to talk about gaining weight and how that applies to past lives.
Okay, this is a big thing. It's a big thing in America, and it's a big thing in my mind. I found out through channeling, of course, through the years, that a lot of people come from past lifetime with one thing or another that affect them to be overweight. One of them is starvation in past lifetime. One of the things that I realized that many people that lived in the Second World War, 70 million people died there, and many of them died from starvation because the whole world was down, like the economy was down. And I believe that many people in America, especially in America today, are the reincarnation of these people that died from starvation. So what happens if you have very small food? You will keep it, but you will have to eat it. You're not going to waste anything. You have food and you have to eat it. What happens if you come suddenly? You come to a place where there's so much food. You have still this mentality of like, I need to finish the food. I need to eat. I'm going to starve. Mm-hmm. And then you start eating. Your food habits are not connected to your needs. They are connected to your feeling and your fears. And even if you're not aware of it, when you eat, normally animals they don't eat more than they need, right? We just spoke about the lion. Excuse me. The lion will not kill more than he needs to eat. He'll kill as much as he needs for his family, for himself, and then he said, sit down.
A lot of animals are like that. I think it's a lot of humans will take more than they need.
Exactly. And we as humans, we always eat more than we need. There is a thing about, I grew up with this, that they always say finish what you have in your plate. So like if you dare to put like, kids usually have big eyes, they want this, they want this, they want this, and if you didn't finish, you have to sit hours and finish it, or you're doomed. Like I remember still from my childhood, I was in the kindergarten and I couldn't eat the egg. I didn't like egg. I was sitting there at a table for hours and they won't let me out because I need to finish. So it's a past lifetime, it's this lifetime as well, according to education. But I believe that many people, if they will release this past lifetime and past childhood and like past thing, they can improve and will not need so much diet. And I'm not saying the diet is not important, but I think the first thing is the emotional thing. Because I know many people, even very famous, that they are battling, losing weight. Why? Because they do all the physical things to lose it, but then the emotional come back and take over.
Right.
So, so this is very, very important. Many people, I think, all over the world thought, and this time of the Second World War, that America was the place of freedom, the place where money grow on the trees. I was told, actually. And you have food, you have plenty. So many spirits chose to come after they starved, they choose to come to this country. When you have a dream and you cannot do it, so if you have the opportunity, like let's say you're a man in this lifetime and say, I wish I would be a woman, you probably next lifetime will come and be a woman. I know, actually I read this is connected to the next topic they want to talk about, pet and reincarnation, that I know many people that want to be pet in the next lifetime. Mm-hmm. And they think it's that a kind of a joke, but it's not a joke. People reincarnate in pets.
My dogs have the life. I think that would be the perfect life for me. Just get groomed and fed and pampered all the time.
I know.
And rubbed. I could see that. But back to gaining weight. How can that affect? Because I know a lot of people will go through their whole lives being a certain body type, and then all of a sudden it just kind of, something's triggered and they can't control themselves. They're just an emotional blockage that they can't, and they use food to fill that void, I guess. Because I know I used to be very disciplined with my eating habits, and now all of a sudden I'm like, oh, well, it's okay, I can have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and I can see that it's affecting my mood and my weight, but I can't really do anything. Do you think that could be related to past life?
Well, I don't know. We can check it. Obviously, I don't want to check it right now, but I can tell you this. There could be all kind of factors. One of the factors could be time. Time is, let's say, I'm just bringing this idea because I think it's important. Let's say that you were 24 when you were in the Holocaust. I'm just saying Holocaust or the war or any other war, because whatever. It always, when you have a civil war somewhere, the starvation coming. And you had very good life all this time. When you were 24, the war started and then you starved. Mm-hmm. So when you come to the next lifetime, everything is good, but when you turn 24, there is biological memory there, 24 starvation. And then suddenly you feel like, wow, I need to eat because you feel this like, oh my God, what will happen? You don't think about it, but your spirit is like, oh my God, what will happen if I was starved? It's like almost like you can accumulate food. And
you're remembering that time in your past life.
So then it can trigger something. The other thing, obviously, we're not going to take away that you can have hormone problem or emotional problem. So many people, when they have emotional thing going, they deal with it differently. Somebody get more anxious and go more to the gym. Some start drinking. Some start eating. Everybody's dealing with stress differently.
And a lot of times people will go on diets and it won't help them. And I think that could maybe be a reason that they should get a past life reading just to see, because like there's so many things you can do, and I know people are just going their whole lives trying to figure out how to lose weight and nothing's happening.
Well, I think it's you're not losing because when you want to deal with something, you will do anything. Okay, I suffer from anxiety, and when for years I didn't leave the house even, and and it was easier because it was comfortable. It was lonely, but it was comfortable. Now I'm going out of my comfort zone, and anxiety kick in, and I'm like trying to find anything to help me. I'm not going to do voodoo. I mean, I'm not going to do something that is not good for me, but I'm trying everything natural and healthy. Like I decide tomorrow, now everybody's listening, so I have to do it. Start getting up in the morning, going to walk, and going to swim. So now the whole planet listen to it.
Now you have to do it.
Now I'll have to do it. But the thing about it is that everything is connecting to emotional, and we said that the tree of knowledge, what we call the tree of knowledge in the Bible, is actually the tree of emotions, because when they ate from the fruit, even Adam, they didn't start writing books and running and doing math like Einstein. They're like, oh my God, we are naked. Something is not right. They begin to feel shame. They begin to feel uncomfortable. So this is, I think, one of the important, most basic thing in human, the feelings. That you have a feeling, and the feeling is more in charge of you than any other thing. So if you are overweight and you tried everything and nothing worked for you, you're welcome to come and talk with us and talk with me.
Okay.
And try to see, maybe it is past lifetime, maybe it is something emotional that is stuck in you. And so many times people come and you think like, oh, we're just talking. But actually, after the talk, suddenly something click in, and like, oh my God, and now I see it. Now it's clear to me, and people change on a dime. So you're welcome to try.
Right. Okay, so we want to go on our one more commercial break before we close, and we want you to call us 1-888-565-1470 and ask any question you would like, anything and everything about spirituality for Calypso to answer with her beautiful wisdom. And we'll be right back with you. This is Boca Soul Radio.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with State Land Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
This is Boca Soul Radio on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, speaking with Calypso about anything and everything spiritual. We are taking questions and comments on our website, bocasoulcenter.com. You can look into that and see the whole biography of Mrs. Calypso, her beautiful life traveling all over the world and growing and evolving to be at this point in time here to help people. And if you would like to book an appointment with us to get a private reading with Mrs. Calypso, 561-808-9108. We would be happy to share our brand new center with you overlooking a beautiful lake, and there's so much wildlife around it and so much going on, and it's peaceful, and I love being there. It's a great space to work and play. And now we will go on to talking. Last week we spoke to Stefan about your abilities of being a pet psychic and how you can use those abilities to change the lives of pets and keep them happier, because they keep us happy. So how can we make them perfect little energy beings?
Well, first of all, my philosophy is that all pets today are reincarnation of people. All pets. I'm not saying all animals in the world, all pets. And I've proved it. Okay, so the way we treat our pets, it's so much like human. We think that it's like, just because we like them. Excuse me. But, yeah. But the thing is that they are reincarnation of humans. So we feel to them like, oh, this is my daughter, this is my son, this is like my friend. And actually I heard from a few people that the pet actually was like almost like acting like their friend that passed, or a child of them that passed. This has seriously happened, like that they have this kind of reincarnation of a pet into animal. So one of the things that I want to say is that it's important that we will treat them like human in a way, but still understand that they're in a body of animals. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I think that's amazing. I think that I know my dog, when I got her, there was such a special connection between us. And I was asking you about it because I had a cat whose name was, in Hebrew, it meant Shafan, which means bunny. Mm-hmm. And when I got my next dog a few years after my cat had passed, the first thing that I thought to name her when I saw her was Bunny. And I think I felt the energy between the two of them to the point where I kind of knew that it was that animal being reincarnated, and I didn't realize it until a few years later that I'm pretty sure that it was my old cat that had passed.
Right, and when we checked it, we saw that it was a child before. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was a child before. So the child reincarnated into the bunny into the cat.
Yeah.
It's, so I think it's very important for you to understand, because these people they're coming with their karma, their background, and they need to be fixed and to be helped. Now, one of the stories that I had, it was a lady that she has 2 cats and 2 dogs. So one of the cat was I was like in her house, and the cat was after me, very bossy. And I was like, what's that? Why is she so bossy? And she, and so I went to this lady, to my friend, and I said, look, she's really bossy, this lady. So she told me, she's really bossy. She's acting very bossy. And I saw her as a woman that was very bossy in past lifetime. And very diva-like,
Yeah.
And then another dog that she has, a really small dog, was like this Chihuahua thing. Like I don't know if it was Chihuahua, but it was kind of small. Like, forgive me if I don't remember. And I could see that she was really a woman that really cared about herself so much. And like, I think this is one of the stories you told last time, but it's like she didn't like herself if she's not beautiful. So she was like feeling. I told her to put her in front of the mirror, hug her and kiss her and say, you're lovable, I love you as you are. Then it was another cat. This was our neighbor. And this is a cat that sneaked into the truck when they came to this complex and stayed with them. And they loved it. Love him. I think it was him. This was a cat the paws were white and the nose was white. Now I didn't see it. So we start channeling for them, and the cat just came and lay down conveniently next to us. And then I'm like, I'm talking with them. We talk Spanish, so I'm talking with them, and then I say, oh my God, this cat has 4 paws that are white. And this cat pick up this and like looking at me like, really? I have white here too. And it was like, we were like laughing. It was so obvious, and the cat would not move until we're done with the session, until I told them everything. So as more I meet animals, more I realize that they understand perfectly what I'm saying. They understand perfectly what we are saying.
Mm-hmm. And they pick up on our moods and energies.
They pick up on our mood and energies, definitely. They love us. They feel like connected to us. So this is a very strong thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for us to start acknowledging, and this is one thing that I can help you as well with. I do pet psychic, so I can help with all kind of issues that you have with your pet. You want to understand it more, you want to help your pet. I do this too.
Great. Well, and I know another thing that you like to teach at the center, and what we did at our class on Wednesday, we do our class every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at our Center, 6885 Southwest 18th Street on Southwest 18th Street in Powerline. We have our classes, and we like to teach a lot about affirmations and how they can help you, because an affirmation is really just a new affirmation can be a new thought process.
Right.
So today Calypso has created one to share with our listeners, and we would like you to just start off. If you're driving, just be careful, but we want you to take a deep breath in and just release everything and relax, and let's repeat the affirmation that Calypso has created for us.
Okay.
I love myself and I protect myself with all of my heart. I love myself and I protect myself with all of my heart. I love myself and I protect myself with all my heart.
And say it 3 times, because 3 is the charming number. And I thought about it because it's hard for us to love ourselves. You know, like when I'm thinking, like the biggest critical person in the world for me is myself. And we always attacking ourselves. We always, why you did this? And I think we should get to a point where we just start loving ourselves and just start thinking, oh my God, think about yourself like a day before, like protect myself, you know, with all your heart, like feel it.
And we are all about love and sharing it with our community at our Calypso Shah Spiritual Center. We just are promoting love, unconditional love. And we want to thank everybody for listening on this Sunday afternoon. We know you're busy, and we're hoping we can help you relax for just an hour. Thank you again for Health and Wealth Radio Station for having us here, and it's been a beautiful day, and continue to have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso, brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton, specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And tune in again next week for more Boca Soul. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.